How 1,000 persons were murdered by the government of India in an organized conspiracy. Everything has happened in an organized manner by government of India led by Narendra Modi, in which the of India has murdered innocent persons, which go up to 1,000 and even more in the last 6 months in an organized conspiracy. These deaths are being projected as accidental deaths, suicides, or deaths due to COVID or other reasons. Here, the government of India, police, and intelligence agencies kept me at the center, and whatever I searched on YouTube, whatever directly or indirectly relates to me, including the names of people working in my office, Election Commission of India, the names of my neighbors or persons in my erstwhile friend circle. Now the persons have been threatened or isolated by police and NIA and intelligence agencies on spreading rumors around me. See how 1,000 innocent persons have been murdered by government based police and intelligence agencies and NIA, RAW, IB, etc. in different corners of the country in the last 6 months. Number 1, 2020, Punjab alcohol poisoning. I am a teetotaler. That is, I do not drink alcohol. I listened to one song of Govinda on YouTube on 27 July 2020, मैं से मीना से ना साकी से आपके आ जाने से, song of Govinda. I listened to this song on 29th July onward, including in early August 2020, the intelligence agencies, IB, RAW, and NIA and police planned murder of 130 people due to consumption of poisonous methanol in various places in Punjab. Number 2. Air India crash on 7th August 2020, AI1344 in Kozhikode, India. The sum total of 1344 See the flight operated from Dubai, from where I had been. The flight operated from Dubai, where I had been in recent times on a transit visa. It was on a Vande Bharat mission flight to repatriate stranded Indians, which is something which the government is trying to ensure that I do not go to some other countries. The Kozhikode airport is a tabletop airport. In government usage, the words used are as follows. Tabletop means honest, indirectly represents me. Under the table means corruption, corrupt officers like Dharmen Sharma and Mona Srinivas. Since I had raised allegations against corrupt ministers and bureaucrats. DGCA's chief is Arun Kumar. Arun means son, Ravi. The name of pilot was Deepak Vasant Sathe. Again, certain names are being specifically used for me. Hence the pilot was chosen. Total 20 persons died in the incident. As a planned conspiracy to ensure that no person should spread the true news, 24 persons were tested COVID positive who were involved in the rescue mission. These all raised serious doubts in the way the government of India based intelligence agencies could have carried out this accident. Number 3. Indo-China skirmishes, 15-16 June 2020. The names of 20 Indian soldiers relate to people working in my office with me with whatever I searched on YouTube. The standoff word and Pangong Lake being the bone of contention mentioned a similar story that government of India led by Narendra Modi has killed 20 of its own soldiers of Bihar regiment. I have proved that in detail in my earlier note. The names of number 4. The names of Bollywood celebrities who died actually relate to me. People working in my office. Nishikant Kamat. Nishi means Rajni, a woman in my division. Kumkum, the name of my sister-in-law. Number 3. Rajat Mukherjee. He died due to kidney regions, which I had searched on Google a few months ago. He had worked with Manoj Vajpayee. Manoj means Manoj Kumar, actor of patriotic movies, and Vajpayee means Atal Bihari Vajpayee since I admired him. Jagdeep, the name of my uncle. Sushant Singh Rajput, his last 3 movies were based on me. Rishi Kapoor, I had searched his family history only a few days ago on Google. Irfan Khan, I had searched him on internet a few days prior to his death, and it resembles the persons who were working in my office. It resembles the name of a person who is working in my office. Nimmi, name of one childhood friend. Wajid Khan died on 1st June 2020. He had also been killed by the government-based intelligence agencies since I had watched Pyar Kiya to Darna Kya song on 18th May on YouTube. Shamir Sama, he died on 5th August 2020. Since I had just written a grievance to the president of a few days ago before 5th August 2020, in which I had mentioned the words Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi. Saroj Khan, in the past 6 months, everyone was dancing to my tunes. Deaths of other notable persons. Vidya Bal, it represents names of one of my friends. Rajendra K. Pachauri, someone had raised harassment charges against him, as Mukesh Chhabra, who worked in Dil Bechara, Sushant Singh Rajput's last movie. Tapas Paul. Tapas Kumar was Senior Principal Secretary and President of Officers Association, Election Commission of India. Krishna Bose, since I listened to Krishna and Bengali songs at that time. Baidyanath Prasad Mehto, since R.S. Mehto is my subordinate. Virendra Singh Sirohi, again Indra the Tiger. Virendra has Indra the Tiger is my favorite movie. Hansraj Bharadwaj. Hansraj, since I studied in DAV, which was founded by Hansraj. P.K. Banerjee. I had worked under P.K. Sarma and had raised corruption allegations against him. And I had listened to Bengali songs also. Beni Prasad Verma. Since Beni is a character in Happu Kultan Puntan, which I was watching on my mobile at that time. Riyaz Naik. Riyaz means singer, Naik means leader. Since I was listening to songs, and Nayak is my favorite movie. Shivaji Rao N. Patil, former Maharashtra CM. Again, the name of Anil Kapoor in Nayak movie was Shivaji Rao, which is one of my favorite movies. Balbir Singh, Senior, 25th May. Since I am junior officer and I was listening to hockey song of Alia Bhatt on 24th May 2020. Ajit Jogi. Ajit means a person who was my friend years ago. Bejan Daruwala. And Saeed Ahmad Palangni. He was principal Darul Uloom. Here the word Daru comes in both, since I am a teetotaler. Yogesh, since the name of the person who replaced me in triple IDM is Yogesh. Basu Chatterjee, since I was listening to some Bengali songs. Ved Marwa, here Ved means, since I studied in DAV, which emphasizes on Vedic learning. Chiranjeevi Sarja, Indra the Tiger starring Chiranjeevi is my favorite movie. Paras Nath Yadav. Paras here means one of my office colleagues, Paras Bhatia. Vasant Rajji, since it resembles the name of one of my office colleagues. Haribhav Jawak and K. Satchidanand, since I was listening to Krishna songs. Rajinder Goyal, here the word Rajinder Hai Indra. Since Indra the Tiger is my favorite movie. Jyotsna Bhatt, again the name of one of my office colleague. Devendra Nath Ray, again Indra is there. Indra, since then he was a politician of BJP in West Bengal. Since Indra the Tiger is my favorite movie. Lalji Tandon, he had close associations with Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Anil Rathod, politician, and Anil Kohli, ACP. Since one assistant commandant, Anil was a good friend of mine in the past, not now. Rahat Indori, he wrote poems on mother. Vijay Soni, here Soni means he was deputy commandant in SAF. Since I was selected an assistant commandant, and Soni is one of my name of one of my ex-friend. One girl who was killed in Bulandshahr had got scholarship in USA. Again, Buland word had been used for me so many times. Dr. Yogita Gautam resembles with name of some of his colleagues. Again, where Agra is a place where a mental hospital is located. Vikas Dubey. He was from Bikru village. He was killed in TUV 300. Encountered, as I was talking about my encounter in a letter written to National Human Rights Commission just prior to his death, a few hours prior to his death. 8 policemen who were killed in Vikas Dubey episode, they were killed in an organized manner by the government-based intelligence agencies and the police themselves. Rajni and Mamta, these two women were killed in Delhi and Ghaziabad. The names of such women are related to those who work in my office as my subordinates or colleagues. Manjari, she was ADM, and it resembles the name of the heroine of movie Nayak. Number 6. Every day, several politicians, paramilitary personnel, and terrorists are being killed, which is very high in the last 6 months, considered lockdown period when people are mostly inside their homes. This year, only in 7 months, 148 persons were killed. 1 plus 4 plus 8 is equal to 13. While several soldiers have also been killed. Their names represent a specific pattern of such persons, names about which I had mentioned. Number 7. 5 persons were killed in border in Taran Taran. I wrote letters to G7 on the same day. G7 leaders on the same day. 11 Hindu refugees from Pakistan died in Jodhpur, Rajasthan due to poisoning by injection. I was writing letters to National Human Rights Commission, in which I was mentioning that I am being injected slow poisons by the government of India. 13 persons died in chemical plant in a gas leak in Visakhapatnam. Visakha means Visakha guidelines. Since the government-based police and my other people were trying to anyhow implicate me in Visakha guidelines, and since I raised corruption issues as a whistleblower, since I studied chemistry also. February 23 to 29, Delhi. 53 persons die in Delhi riots in communal violence, which was again state-sponsored. 3 sadhus in Palghar, they die. 17 people were killed in Aurangabad in a train accident. 13 people in Auraiya. 24 people get killed in Munnar. 11 people in Vijayawada hospital in COVID fire. 10 persons in Ahmedabad hospital in COVID fire. 9 persons in Srisalam underground hydroelectric power in Telangana. 3 persons get killed in Bangalore violence. Srinivas Murthy, relatable to A. Muna Srinivas, was the person who incited the violence. 5 persons died in Gujarat chemical plant explosion. Chemical here again refers to the fact that I have studied chemistry. 49 persons in tea plantations in Rajamala. Raja means king. Similarly, a lot of such incidents have happened in an organized manner by Government of India and amount to death of at least 1000 persons in the country in an organized manner by Government of India, police and intelligence agencies. Besides that, several other conspiracies happened. Number 1, Narendra Modi talks about Amroha in his Ban Ki Baat and Amroha Minister Chetan Chauhan dies. Number 2, NIA implicates Swapna Suresh. Swapna means dream, Suresh means Indra. Since I was listening to I Have a Dream speech of Martin Luther King on YouTube, and Indra the Tiger is my favorite movie. Here it relates to UAE, where I went on a transit visa. Gold means Sona in Hindi, which also means sleeping, since the intelligence agencies were injecting the injections when I was sleeping. I have complained about that. Number 3. On 15th August, Narendra Modi talks about Aurobindo Ghosh, who retired from active politics to set up an ashram. On the same day in the evening, Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Suresh Raina. Mahendra also has the word Indra, and Suresh, the meaning of Suresh is Indra. They retire. Number 4. I write a letter to President wherein I mention about Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi. Sameer Sharma dies in a few days by suicide, who had worked in the same TV serial. He was actually murdered by government-based intelligence agencies. These all conspiracies have been conducted by Government of India led by Narendra Modi, his police, intelligence agencies, IB, RAW, and national investigation agencies in an organized manner. 1000 people have been killed in India in state-sponsored murder, wherein their deaths are being depicted as suicides, accidental deaths due to COVID or any other reason. But the fact is that they have been murdered by Government of India led by Narendra Modi.